Hey everyone, Darren here from the Music Vault. Yeah, I am going to show you my entire Death collection. Now, I know a lot of people say that there's a kind of like different camps. I think some people say that Death was the original, the purveyors of death metal. Some people say Possessed was the purveyors of death metal. I mean, Possessed came out in 82. They started in 82. First album came out in 85, which was Seven Churches. Death started in 84. First album came out in 87. But to me, just their sound, the vocal style, lyrics was more death and death metal. Possessed were more, to me, were more satanic. They were more of a thrash band in the lines of like early Slayer and stuff like that. I don't think that, I mean, might have some death metal leanings, maybe, I guess. But I always thought they were more of a thrash band, whereas Death, to me, are the purveyors of death metal. To me, Chuck is like the grandfather. To me, he started the whole genre or movement. Others may argue, which is cool. I mean, I'm not a death metal historian. I know I like death metal. And from my understanding and what I think, Death started everything. And it started with this record right here from 1987. This is Scream Bloody Gore. I don't have an original copy of this. I wish I did. If I ever come across one, I will definitely be picking it up. But I think the original, like an original copy, would go for stupid money. This is a reissue. I don't know when. It says 99 on the back. I don't think it's a 99 reissue. I think they came out later. But yeah, that's Scream Bloody Gore. And I have this is the reissue, obviously, from 2016. So that's probably when these came out, 2016. This album came out anyways. And this one is, I can't remember what color this is. This one is a electric blue, which doesn't really match the cover. I would have thought, well, maybe it does. It's got some blue in it, and it came with a inner sleeve with all the lyrics. My favorite song on here is Beyond the Unholy Grave. I think that's a pretty cool song. And I think, who did was it Dismember? I think Dismember did a, why isn't that going in? I think Dismember they did the, oh, that's why. Because here's the download code. I never did download it. I'm sure if I went back, I could probably download it, but yeah, so that is, and these reissues are on, the CDs are on Century Media. These are on Relapse Records. I love this band. I think they're so friggin' awesome. Scream Bloody Gore, or Leprosy, came out in 88. This is their second album. This one is from Combat. This is a Combat pressing. That's why this is beat. It's got water damage. I found this in a delete bin, I think for $2 or something like that, and of course I had to buy it. The CD is an immaculate shape, but it's an original combat pressing from '88. Yeah. And then I have the Century Media box. From, I want to say 2015-ish, in between there somewhere. And favorite songs on this, Pull the Plug. I love that song. It's such a cool Open Casket, Left to Die, Choke on It. The whole album is just, it's just great. It's just an awesome album. And then, of course, I have the vinyl pressing. Now this is a 2014 pressing. And I can't remember what color this one is. This is on Relapse as well. This is, I think this is black. Yeah, that's black pressing. Now I know all these albums have been reissued quite a few times with different pressings. I will at some point be picking up, because they have these, I guess they're called lenticular. The covers are very, I have one pressing of one of them. What is that stupid download? Yeah. I have one pressing of one of the albums that I bought, because I did start to pick them up, and for some reason there's just something about it. Death, I'll pick up as much as I can. Spiritual Healing, Living Monstrosity, Spiritual Healing, Defensive Personalities, Killing Spree. I think, yeah, this has James Murphy on it. This one is, again, Century Media. Yeah, it says 1999 on the back, but I can't remember. Maybe these were from 99 from Century Media. But yeah. Spiritual Healing on vinyl. And these came out in they're the Perseverance Holdings Limited. So I'm guessing that was his, like, who owns all the copyrights. This one's in black as well. But this is the repress from 2014. It's black. Now, this was, I think, the last album to kind of feature that whole death metal style. The next album, Human, I think it's this one. No, but this album is Lack of Comprehension. This is when I really started to get into them. I saw the video Lack of Comprehension on. This is when they kind of became more, whatchamacallit, progressive, you could say. This is when I really started to take an interest in this band. Was when this album came out. I absolutely love this album. I have it on cassette, and I also have it on vinyl. Again, 2014. Nope. It says on the back here, Relapse publication to 1991, 2011, and 2017. So I'm going to say this is probably a 2017 pressing. Oh, I think this one was the hardest one for me to get because they stopped pressing it. And I want to say that I just couldn't get this one. I found it somewhere. I can't remember where I found it, but I think this was the album that I had a heck of a time getting on vinyl. And this one is Splatter Edition. And again, it has insert with collage of photos. Suicide Machine's an awesome song. With the lyrics. Up next is... Now I think... Can't remember. I have one in my car. It's the original pressing on CD because it's the jewel case. But I have the CD stuck in my CD player in my car. It just won't eject for some reason. I want to say it's this album here. Individual Thought Patterns. Overactive Imagination. Trapped in a Corner. The Philosophers on this album. And this one is I can't remember what pressing this is, but this is a Relapse 2-disc. 2-disc set. I don't know. Can't remember what year this, and it doesn't say what year this was pressed. This is the one that had Andy LaRocque on guitar. He is of King Diamond ilk. I want to say he was probably in Merciful Fate for a little bit, but I'm not 100%. But yeah. And then, so remember when I was talking about I think they're called Custom Color, maybe it's not, but it's the shiny cover like that. Oh no, a lenticular is when you go and it does a different picture when you move it side to side, I think. And this one is on the smoky. Now I always liked this photo of death of Chuck with his head down like that, like just was such a cool photo. Now I know you can get all of the Death albums in this splatter as well, and again I'm in the process of purchasing them. I just have so many other things that I want to buy that I'll probably just continue to buy them as I go. I mean, kind of like it's just a pure collection point at this point. And then I have the regular pressing. I think this is black vinyl. Nope. Again, another clear splatter pinwheel, I think it was called. And then again, the collaged photos the insert with lyrics and stuff. No, I don't think it has lyrics. No. Oh, this is actually a booklet. So it has that on the inside, like a write-up on it from Gene Hoglan, and that lyrics, and then that's right, that is correct. Maybe one day I'll sell them all and put them out there for $10 a piece. No. Just kidding. Now you never know. Up next, Fate, The Best of Death. Suicide Machines on here. Baptized in Blood, Left to Die, Pull the Plug, Zombie Ritual. Zombie Ritual's awesome song too. This is on a flat matte finish with the Fate or the Death being this foil. I thought that was pretty cool. And if I remember correctly, it is this is a cool vinyl. This is really cool. Look at that. I love that. That looks so cool. I love these Starburst, ones where look at the solid color in the background, and I just love splatter vinyl. I think the splatter vinyl is probably my favorite. I've got a couple of splatters that are really super cool looking. But yeah, so that's my, and these are all on Relapse. Relapse did all of these on vinyl, these reissues, and they've put out colors, and I think you can get red and stuff like that. Up next, Symbolic, which would be their, if I remember correctly, it's their second last album. And this is an original jewel case pressing from Attic Roadrunner from 1995. Symbolic, Zero Tolerance, Crystal Mountain. There's always, I don't know, to me, Chuck just wrote some amazing stuff. Yeah, just some great stuff. And I have that on vinyl as well. Actually, you know what? It wasn't Human. It was this one that was really hard for me to find, because this is not a repress. This, or is it? It's from 2014, and this one was on Metal Blade. I think this one was the hard one. I had a hard time looking for this one. And yeah, this one's on white vinyl. That's right. I think it was this one that I had a hell of a time finding. Now that I remember, and it's got a insert with lyrics on the other side, pictures of the band. Yeah, that's right. I think there was something with this one. This one was the only one that wasn't licensed to a Relapse, if I remember correctly. You can't get this one on the Relapse reissues, the Symbolic one. And last but not least, the original. This is original from 1998. Nuclear Blast, Sound of Perseverance, and Scavenger of Human Sorrow, Spirit Crusher. And this, they had a copy of Painkiller on this from Judas Priest And this one is a 2-disc reissue that I found out in the wild. I can't remember. It's in great shape, but it has this outer sleeve and 2-disc set. First side is the album, and then the second side is all the demos. Spirit Crusher 1998 demo, no bass. The Flesh and the Powered Holds 98 demo, no bass. So it's got some demo stuff on there and everything. Just really cool stuff to have. And I have that on double vinyl. I picked this up at Mind Bomb. That's right. I thought, oh, it was Control Denied, his other album. I should have pulled that out too, but that's not Death. It's Control Denied, and this is on. But this is a double vinyl. What are we at? 21 minutes now. I gotta double vinyl. I think 2 of those guys are gone now. These 2 guys here, Chuck and Scott Clendenin, something like that. I don't know, but he's passed on too since for the just within the last 10 years. I think he left us. Scott or Chuck died in 01. So, and then I've got these bad boys. Non-analog on stage series. This is Montreal from 1995. Double album. I'll be honest, I haven't heard these. I heard the recordings are really crappy. I'm not sure. They're on straight black, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're on straight black. Double vinyl. But single sleeve. Oh, come on. We'll fix that after. And this one was from New Rochelle, New York from 88. Again, double album, single sleeve. This one is a single album, and this is Belgium from 91. Non-analog on stage series. And then last but not least, Tijuana from 1990. And yeah, just a great band. I mean, at the end of the day, what would have transpired from Death? I want to say this probably would have happened. Sound of Perseverance would have been their last album. He would have kicked in with Control Denied. Probably would have did 2 or 3 albums over the course of like a 10-year period. And then you would have heard rumblings of Death coming back together, and he probably would have come back with some crazy killer stuff from the Death Camp, and just would have blown everybody away because he was such an incredible songwriter. I remember my first exposure to Death was the Ultimate Revenge. There was Dark Angel, Death, Faith or Fear. I have the video. Or I had the video. Do I have it anymore? Can't remember. Yeah. but it was on that video, and I remember watching it on TV when I lived with my parents when I was younger, when it came out, because it came out when I was in my my teens, or not so much. Yeah, maybe, yeah, because Leprosy, I think, was the album that they were touring on. And my dad came in the room and he's looking at me. He goes, "What in the hell is that?" And I went, "That's Death." He was not impressed. He's like, "That's garbage." Blah blah blah. And, anyways, he's an old school Mennonite, from Paraguay. He's not gonna understand that. But it was pretty funny, anyways. Nonetheless, that is my Death collection. Hope I didn't ramble on or run it through too fast. No, I think I'm just going to throw some on and enjoy. Yeah. You guys take care. See you next video. Cheers.